start, I want to take a moment of silence. Say a prayer for the Thomas Israel family, the Charlie Kirk family, and the families and victims of 9/11.
There was also, there was also a not very devastating, another school shooting today as well.
There was another school shooting as
well.
well.
In Colorado, so yes, please include them in your prayers as well.
Okay, I'll call the meeting to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Greg?
Here.
Angela here. Sarah? Here. Lisa? Here. Chris?
Here. All right, moving on to the agenda approval. We have one addition. Item I-9, request to approve proposal submitted regarding the generator upgrade for direct panel connection for cost not to exceed $3,000. Do we have any other additions or deletions?
I would like to request an addition. It came in after everything today. There are 2 upcoming trainings for elections that I would like to offer to our election workers for the upcoming, to get them back used to, hands-on election stuff before the
So
governor.
We'll call that item election training.
Yep.
Item I-10.
Item 10, yep.
Any other additions or deletions? If not, can I have a motion to approve the agenda with the additions?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Being that we have no guest speakers tonight, we'll move on to the consent agenda. Item number 1, approval of the Township Board minutes of the regular meeting Wednesday, August 13th, 2025 at 7:30 p.m. Item number 2, approval of the treasurer's reports, none submitted at this time. We have an issue with BSNA, so we'll get both of those next month.
Yes, the accountants actually should be back with me by Monday. I should have it all resolved.
Perfect. Item number 3, approval of clerk's reports, the revenue and expenditure report for August 2025. Item B, approval of paychecks, payroll dates for June 2025 for the net.
No, I'm sorry. That's a typo.
Should say
Should
August.
say August.
Okay,
Apologize.
August 2025 for the net total amount of $22,645.18. Paychecks direct deposit number 511 through 546 and check number 3839. Approval of accounts payable, 0 open to be paid. $313,277.59 already paid. 56 checks, $22,710 through $22,757, and electronic funds transfer $378 through $385. Item number 3, $270,415.87 in tax disbursements for a grand total of 58 payables of $583,693.46. We have correspondence from the Marion City Fire Authority. We had, well, I know one horrible run. We had 13 medical emergencies this month and 3 motor vehicle accidents. One of those being the Thomas Israel tragedy. Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make the motion to approve the consent agenda with the correction of the typo.
Okay. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number E, open session. Anyone wishing to address the board on any of the agenda items, you come forward now. And anything on the agenda that you want to speak about? No? All right, we open that up at 7:33 and closed it at 7:33. Item number F, the board committee and department reports. We have a building department report, permit summary for August 2025. We had total of 17 permits pulled this month, or the month of August, for a total bill of $7,044.10. A lot of building going on in Cottrellville. It's not a bad thing. Does anybody have any questions on the building officials report? If not, I don't have to approve it or anything, so, yeah, we'll move on to unfinished business, item G. We've tabled the proposal for Tax.my.gov and other competitors until December 2025. So, no other unfinished business to discuss, unless anybody had any news on anything, no? Hearing none, I'll move on to new business. Number H, item number 1. Request to approve payment of invoice 649,364 payable to Garin Luco Miller PC in the amount of $204. That was he had to do a letter to the auditors for the audit report. So that's what that bill is. Can I have a motion to approve paying that bill?
I'll make the motion to pay the bill.
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 2, request to approve payment of invoice 514427 payable to the St. Clair County Road Commission in the amount of $2,163.31 for the additional charges related to the emergency road work on McKinley at Marine City Highway. We look in there, that amount is for the gravel that was brought. I think it was done over 2 days, over a 2-month period, so they billed it separately. We approved the payment of the first one, and I forget what that amount was. I think it was $7,000 or $9,000, somewhere in that range, but we did that last month, or month before, I think it was last month. No, maybe last month.
Yeah, it would have been
Anyway,
last month.
so, yeah, I just need a motion to approve the final payment on that emergency road repair.
I'll motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 3, request to approve payment of the principal and interest of the Clean Water Revolving Fund due September 24, 2025, payable to the Michigan Finance Authority in the amount of $118,854.26. I don't know if that's our first payment on that, but that's the,
It absolutely is not.
no, okay, well, do I have a motion to approve that payment? That's the
It
sewer.
is our second principal payment, but we've been paying interest payments
Okay,
since 2023, so.
well, that's the sewer relining project along M29. Can I have a motion to pay that bill?
I'll motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Sarah? Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. All right, we're rolling through them tonight. Item number 4, request to approve renewal of the MTA online subscription in the amount of $1,900. I've been taking advantage of it. I think everybody else has too. I don't know. So,
Do you think that, do you think we should do the premium pass again, or the?
I don't really know the difference. Do you remember what the
Yeah.
difference is?
So the $750 basically just keeps us as members, the essential.
It's gotta give more because we've already paid our membership dues. So that $750 gives us something more than just our membership.
Oh, here we go. It's right here.
The essentials level, yep,
training.
level includes 27 webinars.
what I think that gives us to the webinars, doesn't it? It gives us access to
The
all of them.
essentials
actually is right
gives
here.
us
The
access
essentials
to
level.
27.
Includes 27 webinars that cover the basics.
The plus is 47.
Yeah.
I don't think we need the premium. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I don't know how many of them, I know I took advantage of quite a few of them, but I don't, I guess necessarily need them going
Well-
forward in a second year.
They get you because the ones I took advantage of were the Now You Know ones, which
Oh,
is
that do
only
cost.
included in the premium pass.
And those are, I do like those ones because it's whatever's happening
It's a
in
new
government at the
topic
time.
every month.
Yeah, and it's relevant to what's going
Right.
on.
Well,
Okay.
when I signed, I was just curious, I don't know if this happened to you, so I signed up for one for next week, and it came up as, it sent me an email, and it said, for you, it's no charge. So does that mean it would have been
That's one of the ones
a
that
premium?
probably is in the or not in the, it's not in the premium, or it's in the premium package, not the essentials. The essentials is just like the bare minimum videos, the like, I mean, and I watch quite a few of them, so.
Yeah, then I do too.
So, I mean, I'm okay with doing it again then. I wasn't sure.
I
People
mean,
were taking advantage of it, I guess.
I'd like to see, I think that's open to the planning commission members too, there's
It's
things in
everybody.
there.
It's
and
open
that's-
to everybody.
Yeah, I'd like to
anybody that
see-
works for the township.
You know, that'll come up later in our discussion in the meeting here, but yeah, I mean, I'm good with the essentials package, I budgeted for it.
You mean
so-
the
You mean the
Premium.
premium?
Or premium,
The premium one.
premium.
Okay.
So,
Okay, that too.
yeah, can I have a motion to approve the premium package?
I'll motion.
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg,
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes?
Chris.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 5, request to review proposal from McKenna for planning advisory services. With the new master plan going on out, and I'll just kind of fill you guys in on where I'm at with this. With the work on the new master plan and the Parks and Rec plan, we had a planner in the past that retired. He used to help the planning commission, and he would help put together the information that they needed to make the proper decisions in planning for site plan review, special land use permits, rezoning requests. He's since retired, and the company's no longer in existence that we used to use. They closed. So with McKenna, you know, with us picking McKenna to do our master plan, I asked them if they offered those kind of services, and they do. And they put together a couple different choices for us. Item A, option A is the hourly planning services, and then they can charge by the hour just for being here to give their input, or if the planning commission needs them to do reviews of any of the things that are going on, so that they can get a better input and understanding. We can do that at an hourly rate. And then they've also said for in-person meeting attendance, which they'll put the package together, they'll attend our board meetings as well as we need them. So it's not a mandatory every month charge. It can be billed hourly per the fee schedule on the next page, or at a set cost of $1,200 a month. I didn't budget $1,200 a month into that right now. Do we need those services? Absolutely, 100%. So I'm gonna let you guys discuss that, but then I'm gonna also bring up item number B, which is review services. When somebody turns in a rezoning request or a site plan, they have another fee schedule that they charge for the pre-application reviews, the reviews of plat reviews and site plan reviews. They have a whole fee schedule here that we would add onto our current fees. And that would allow, before whoever it is comes in front of the planning commission, they can sit down with the McKenna people, go over the paperwork, make sure they have all the paperwork in line, and put together the proposal and kind of guide them, you know, that way they can say, yeah, this is something that's gonna fit, or no, it's not gonna fit. So, you know, kind of guide it before it comes to the planning commission a little bit. That way all the ducks are in a row when they're there to make their decision. So that's option B that comes along with that. I mean, it's basically a la carte. We can do A, we can do B, we can do A, B, and then we've got C. Now for $1,500, they can hold one joint meeting. They say held separately or jointly with each group, so I don't know if it's $1,500 for 2 meetings or $1,500 for 1 meeting, and then $1,500 for each meeting. But I think that's to train both the township board on the zoning enabling act and the planning enabling act. They're on top of all that because they follow the laws that come out from the state constantly. we didn't really get any, we had some interest in the planning commission members going to Frankenmuth, but it's kind of during the middle of the week, some of them have jobs. This is actually a more cost-effective measure for this training, $1,500, because I think we're at like 6,000 if they all went, or if we all went to the MTA training. So essentially, I guess what I'm asking is, does anybody have a problem having a company, having McKenna, since we did approve them for the master plan work, continue services while we're doing start services while we're doing the master plan as that's being developed and continued after. I'll open it up for discussion if anybody has anything they want to ask or.
So is this like their fee schedule here for reviewing site plans, for reviewing rezoning applications? Would we have to like raise our fees?
Yes,
to
that's
include
going to
this
be.
cost, or is this come out of what?
Nope, that we're gonna have to raise our fees. We'll have to add those on top of our fees so that they get paid for those services. And in all reality, our fees are too low. I think we charge $1,000 for rezoning. We charge $1,000 for ZBA hearing. The ZBA hearings might be all right, but for rezoning, if the planning commission said, well, we want a traffic study, and if there hasn't been one done in, say, 2 or 3 years or a year, and we have to order that traffic study, it's roughly $2,500 to $3,000, and that's just the traffic study. What if they had to order an engineering review for rezoning? I'm just throwing these out because, again, I mean, all that money comes into
cost
play.
could start adding up.
Right. So
So like for instance, so to rezone right now
is $1,000.
is $1,000, so we would have to add on $750 or $700, so it would end up being $1,700 for somebody. Am I
Correct.
understanding it? Okay.
Correct.
What does, it says the township should consider requesting a refundable deposit. So at what point would it be refundable?
Well, for instance, like I just said, so like we requested the planning commission requested a traffic study 2 weeks ago. Luckily, the state does one within that section every year. The MDOT does it. It's an MDOT road. But if we had to pay for that, it would have been minimum $2,500. We only charged $1,000. So we can ask for $3,000. That's something that we can discuss the rates if we're going to go this route. We could ask for a refundable deposit to say, you know, it could be up to $5,000 for what you're asking for, say for commercial rezoning or something like that, if these studies needed to be done. And if we don't have to request those studies, if they're already available, then we can refund that money and then just charge them that fee.
I did notice, I looked at one of the papers from the last planning commission meeting, and I don't know which one it was, I don't know if it was Ianucci or which one it was, but I did notice on our paperwork, it doesn't say anything about refunding or non-refunding, and I think to cover ourselves, we should have something.
Right, well, our cost right now is $1,000, that covers paying the planning commission, the posting, the mailers, and
it's not refundable at all.
yeah, none of that is refundable.
Well, I just didn't know if we should put that on our paper, though. I don't know. You know what I mean? Just to kind of cover ourselves on there somewhere, say it's non-refundable.
Right.
Because
Well, I mean,
I looked at other townships, and that's what they do, so I just.
I'd like to discuss with McKenna a little more the details of our rate structure. But I would we have a couple rezonings coming up right now. We got a ZBA hearing coming up. I would like the planning commission to feel comfortable in the decisions that they're making and have not just our attorney's advice, but the planner's advice on what they should be requiring, which they're gonna help, included in this is they're gonna help us rewrite the planning commission ordinance. The planning commission ordinance, I think, was done in 1959, and that was the second planning commission that was formed for the township. they continue with that planning ordinance, and it's a very basic ordinance. It doesn't list anything that they should, their responsibilities and stuff like that. The attorney recommended that we add that into an ordinance as we move forward. So we're really gonna have to move forward in this community with what we're doing. I mean, people have mentioned our building fees are lower than all the other communities. We're not gonna rake them up to what everybody else is charging yet. We're gonna do that incrementally. But planning and zoning, we really need to raise those fees to handle the cost that it's gonna cost, because if it's not that way it's not our responsibility and we don't take a loss on a rezoning issue.
So are these two different things? That was my question. So the $1,500, is that a separate training?
Yeah, that'd be a training for us. And that's what I want to clarify too, which I'm okay if it's $1,500 to train us in a separate meeting and the planning commission in a separate meeting. Or I'm okay with $1,500 to train both of us at the same time. I don't know if that's a separate thing. But if it's $1,500 for each committee, like the planning commission and the board, I'm okay paying $3,000 because we okayed $6,000, and I'm not gonna make it to the supervisor's training. Nobody on the planning commission has mentioned that they're going to their training. So we already approved $6,000, so we just cut the cost in half to get trained on planning and zoning. I mean, I think it's long overdue. I'd also like to start pushing the MSU extension training for master citizen planners. They should really be taking advantage of that free. I mean, some of it might be $20 a class, but it's all online.
Yep, I know the official at China Township, he said he has a certificate, and I don't know what that entails, but he actually took the training and has the certificate,
Well,
which somebody should have that.
Georgia Powell, who was on our planning commission for 15 years and is now on the county planning commission, when she was on our planning commission, she was a master citizen planner.
Okay.
And she had taken all those classes, and she said it's invaluable. And I mean, her knowledge just is amazing.
Yep.
And so I'd really like to see some of the planning commissions take advantage of those if they can. But I'd like to have the additional training so everybody understands. I mean, I have a fair understanding of the Zoning Enabling Act and the Planning Enabling Act that was redone in '06 and '08. But I think it would benefit us all to hear what professional planners do. So I'm okay with that cost. Their hourlies aren't that bad. I think before we paid $160, $170 an hour for the planner that was here before.
160.
Was 160. And they're right in that. I mean, and that was a low cost at that time. I mean, even if we had the president of McKenna come, it's $220 an hour. And how often are we going to have the president come? So their fee structure isn't bad.
So at what point does that start in your master planning, that person, when do they need to start doing those things? Is that maybe 9 months in advance? Or I know, so all the things that they have to compile, that has to be current, that's what you're talking about, that person? That, like, all the data that's relevant to our master plan revision, is
Right.
that coming from McKenna separately, or this person?
No, this will.
Yes,
So
this would be something separate.
this is something separate.
Okay,
So it's not part of the contract for the master plan. This
okay.
is continuing services if we so choose. Now we can utilize it now because we have an issue. We're redoing the master plan, and decisions we make now might affect the master plan. They can advise throughout this process while we're coming together as a community to do the master plan. It's essential that we have targeted advice when it's needed.
Well, the person that we had for the previous master plan, do we know about how many times we consulted with that person, or?
We used to pay, it was Cason was the name of the company.
Yes.
CASSIN. And they sat in on every planning commission meeting.
That's what I thought. I thought that there was okay.
And right now, so because I didn't budget for it, I'm okay with doing the hourly and just using it when it's needed right now. Next year's budget, I would like to budget for that $1,200 a month, because that $1,200 a month, they'll put the package together. They'll put it all together for the planning commission. And they'll help the planning commission do the research that's needed to be done. And that's my understanding is, and for $1,200 a month for those services,
Is it $1,500 or $1,200?
there was,
So
if,
the meeting, it's provide administrative assistance, guidance, advice, all of that. This service can be billed hourly per the professional fee schedule or at a set cost of $1,200.
Oh, I see,
To
okay.
include
Right.
I read the
everything.
wrong thing.
so,
Okay.
I don't know how much we're gonna need that now as we're doing the master plan, but moving forward, I mean, it makes sense to have it. Like I've said from the beginning is we brought zoning into this community August of 1970 or September of 1970. And within a year, we started just destroying what they'd already zoned. I don't want to say destroying, but we made major changes and didn't follow a lot of what was done. This will help keep the path of the planning commission and the spirit of whatever master plan we come up with moving forward. And like I say, I mean, it'd be 12, 13, it'd be like 15 grand a year if we had them do that every month. And then again, and if we don't have anything that month, there's nothing to do that month. They don't have to meet. You know, lately, we've had a lot of business with the planning commission, so they've been meeting every month.
So even if they don't meet, we still have to pay
No.
that 1,200?
No. It'd be at a set cost,
Oh, here.
Sounds
prior
like,
to meetings.
sounds like we would have to pay.
Yeah.
I think you'd still have to pay the 1,200. The service can be billed hourly per the professional fee schedule or at a set cost of 1,200. Is that, it's not really clarified if that's 1,200 per meeting or 1,200 per month.
It's in-person meeting attendance, so I'm gonna assume that's per month. If
Oh,
we don't
yeah,
have
no,
a-
no, you're right.
If
I
we don't
didn't-
have a
I mean,
meeting, there's no,
In-person.
I mean,
meeting
if we
attendance.
have a meeting, they're gonna be here, and we pay $1,200, and they give the support by, and let's say we needed them here at the board meeting. We
And-
pay them $1,200 to come here, but if we don't need them, they don't come.
And that 1,200 though includes, like, it says McKenna will provide the verbal and written reports and advisories as appropriate. So that's them providing everything.
Yeah.
I'm assuming like the research that they're doing
Yeah,
beforehand to put
they
everything
research
together.
everything.
Okay.
Guidance and assistance, they'll advise on the new legislation.
Okay.
But like I say, we can revisit that in the next budget. But from now until, and because the other thing we're gonna talk about later on is amending the budget here from April to July. So that's another discussion that's not in this meeting. But I would like to at least be able to have their consulting services based on the hourly fees right now. And moving forward, have them do the review services so that everything's in order for the planning commission and they're not guessing. And then offer that training, the $1,500 training. So I guess, is it a bad idea? Does anybody have an issue with it?
No, I think we talked about that.
We needed to get
like in January
something.
or something, that we needed to replace that person, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I guess what I will do is I will offer up a motion. And I will say I motion that we hire McKenna under the hourly rates for this budget year. We hire them for the proposed cost of $1,500 for training. And we discuss with them, we don't have to approve it this meeting, because we don't, but I would like to discuss with them further and maybe approve it next month, the ability of offering the review services and increasing our fee schedule for these things. Because some of the stuff we might not need. I mean, land division, Barb does a pretty good job of, she knows how the land, so some of this stuff we might not need an increase, but we could tailor it to what we need. So I won't add that in the motion this month. We can discuss that more with them this month and then bring that next month. But right now, my motion is to approve hourly planning services based on the hourly rates for the rest of this fiscal year, whether that ends in March 31st or it ends June 30th. And the board planning commission training. Yeah, the Township Board and Planning Commission training. So item A for the hourly rates and item C is my motion to approve that for this fiscal, the rest of
Do
this.
we want to add in there something about because we don't know if they're gonna have to do 2 separate training meetings at $1,500 a piece, like us separately and then the planning commission, or are they gonna be able to do all of us together?
Well, it says they can do it together or separate.
Okay.
It says held separately or jointly with each group. So if they're gonna charge us $1,500, I don't have a problem having one meeting with the planning commission and us, have it open to the public. I don't care. And I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
If they wanna do it separately, then we hold 2 meetings, cause we're all together and it's an open meeting. So it's up to you guys how you guys wanna do it. But I mean, it's definitely needed.
Well, why don't we approve it up to like $3,000 for the training? And then we'll talk to them and see if they think we should do it separately.
At the 1,500,
Correct.
okay.
And then that way, it's just, we're open to be able to do,
Either or.
yeah.
I'm good with that. So the motion now stands as the hourly planning services at the hourly rate for the rest of this fiscal year, and the Township Board and Planning Commission training with discussions of the review services to be added next month upon agreement.
I have one more.
Okay.
And then, so at the end of the fiscal year, are we gonna get together and rediscuss whether we are gonna go with the hourly or the monthly, or are we going
Yes.
to?
We can do that
So we'll
during
do, okay.
when I do the budget, the next budget process, and we hold the budget workshop hearings, we'll discuss further how we want to do that.
Perfect, okay.
So that'll come up during the budget process. So is my motion clear? Do we understand what I motioned?
It's clear.
Okay, do I have a second?
Who motioned that?
I motioned.
Greg,
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg,
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes?
Chris.
Yes.
Motion carries. I think it's a wise choice we do that. Item number 6, request to approve resolution R 2025-13 for the 2026 County Local Road Funding Assistance Program application. I'll tell you what this is all about. The estimate to finish Shortcut Road this year is $260,000. The county matches max of $100,000. We collect like 96, next year might be $97,000 in the road assessment, and we've got that through 2027. Rather than do 200,000 and leave 0.2 of a mile unpaved and have them come back in 2027 and do it, where it could be the whole matching fund anyway, because the price went up from the extra 25,000 to 60,000 this year. I'm proposing that we apply for the funds of $100,000 and we match the 160 to cover the total construction cost of 260. That's what the application is for. It's done. We'll loan the road funds, the $60,000 out of the general fund to be paid back out of 2027's road assessment. So that would leave us roughly $40,000 for 2027 road repairs if it's needed, which may fall right into play, if we get the bridge funds this month for Arnold Road. We already dedicated $40,000 to that, and that wouldn't be started until 2027 anyway. So it might work out in the end.
So you wanna borrow from the general fund?
$60,000 to be paid back in 2027.
To just finish it.
To just finish the road in one fell swoop, be done. I would have done it this year, but it would have cost us $425,000. This next year's only costing us 60, so I feel a little bit better about 60 than 425.
Do we know when never mind, I just answered my question in my own head. Never mind. I just had to say it out loud.
So, is there any discussion on it? Any questions?
I think it's a good idea.
I told the residents I'd try to get it done this year, and I couldn't do it. It was just too much money, but I can do it next year. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to approve the resolution, R 2025-13.
I'll make the motion to approve the resolution R-2513.
Do I have a second?
I'll
I'll
make
second.
that.
Oh, sorry.
Everybody's doing it at once.
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg,
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 7, request to review and approve proposed engineering costs regarding an additional entrance approach to Shortcut Road Park for Township building project. Because we're connecting up to the county, one of the roads that are maintained by the county, they're requiring engineering plans, curb, and paving to put the second entrance into the park. Part of our contract was we would work on getting a second entrance to the park for the AYSO and for the new building. Those plans and permit to get us to the point where we can send it out for bid. Westrick, I forget the whole name of the company, it doesn't even tell me in here, but the Westrick company, the engineering firm quoted $5,200 to give for the proposal. That gets us the county road permit, the topos, the engineering, and gets us ready to send it out for bid for paving. It's a start for this year to get it going, so that way we can get it out for bids and get it done in the spring possibly. But the road commission won't even discuss it with us until we have engineering plans. And that's $5,200. Are there any questions on that? No? First, well, I'm not gonna do this because it's $5,200. So I'll entertain a motion to approve signing a contract. And why don't I have the name of the company? I could go get it. But,
It says AEW Inc.
yeah, it's AEW. That's their initials. It's AEW. It's my mind is.
It's okay.
I know it's Westrick.
We
and
just,
so I'll approve going with that with the Westrick engineers, or entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the proposed engineering cost of $5,200 for the additional entrance approach to Shortcut Road Park.
Thank you. I was tongue twisted. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg,
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes.
Chris.
Yes.
Motion carries. Oh, that'll come out of Parks and Rec fund.
It has to do with the building project,
Yeah.
so.
All right, item number 8, request to approve payment of invoice 118510 payable to Kirk Huth Lang and Badalamenti in the amount of $892.50. That's the attorney bill for the month. Do I have a motion to pay the attorney?
A motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg,
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes.
Chris.
Yes.
Motion carries. Moving on to item number 9. Request to approve proposal submitted regarding the generator upgrade for direct panel connection for a cost not to exceed $3,000. I put a little proposal together. Got a phone call from the electrician this morning. We had an incident Thursday, pump station 4 wasn't working. The alarm didn't go off, so that we weren't notified. When Nick got there, there was no power to the panel. He tried hooking the generator up to the connection that we have now, which is, the way it's set up right now is we have the power from the power company and we have a meter. That's 220 volt. That then goes to a transformer, which upshifts it to 480 volt, which then powers the panel, which runs the 480 volt pump. He had plugged it in, we had power there, but we didn't have power at the station. So he called the pump company, they came out and said the transformer was bad, we were gonna have to replace the transformer. They said it would take a couple weeks. They said, go ahead and call your electrician, see if you can get an electrician to come out and look at it. We called Sideline Electric and it's for an emergency. He come out, he tested the transformer was good. The wires in between the pump station and the transformer, apparently a mouse had gotten in and went down underground and chewed the wires and it shorted out and caught fire and poof, there was only dust left of the mouse. But the transformer, good news was the transformer was not bad. We just had to replace the wiring between the transformer and the panel. Bad news is if that ever happens again at any other pump station, we can't power the panel, we can't power the control panel the way we have it set up now. There's an actual 480 volt, our generator handles the 480 volts, but we gotta get a big plug that plugs into the actual panel instead of the 220 panel. That plug is $1,750 plus tax, or not tax, but $1,750. And it's probably not gonna cost that much to install it on the generator. But I'm just asking for an additional $1,250 if it, something, God forbid, it costs $2,100 and I asked for $1,750. We'll also have the bill to pay, which we didn't get the bill yet for the emergency repair. But it shouldn't be that much because we just replaced wires. So, I'm looking for a motion to approve buying a new plug for the generator plus the cost of installation, up to, not to exceed $3,000. I'll ask for any discussion on this. Does anybody have any
Yeah, I was only curious, I know there's several stations, right?
Yep.
So do we need that at every station, or?
No,
Oh.
that, every station has the plug on the panel.
Oh.
Actually, each station has the plug on the panel, which is the 480 volt plug. Then we have a 220 plug where the meter can is and where it comes off the pole. The problem is if anything happens to a transformer, we can't plug into the 220 plug and power the panel. We have to go right to the panel with a 480 volt. Nick got lucky and he hardwired the generator into the panel, and if he would have got it wrong, it would have burned up a $200,000 pump. So he actually got lucky. So we want to make sure that we're set in case this ever happens again, and it's just an additional plug that's on the generator that plugs right into the panel at that point. So, and that plugs on all, 5 pump stations we have? Yeah, so it's on all 5 pump stations. We've already tested to make sure they all spin the same way, because that's the other issue we have. If one pump was set up a different way, electricity spins clockwise or counterclockwise. They all spin clockwise, so as long as it's hooked up on the generator, he can get there with the generator, plug it into the panel, boom, turn the pumps back on. So, any other questions? I think that's gonna come out of the water sewer fund anyway, right? That was where that plug would come out of their maintenance budget, so. I'll entertain a motion to approve, up to $3,000 to put the new plug on the generator.
I'll motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Craig?
Yes,
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
motion carries. Item number 10, election training. I'll turn this one over to you.
Oh, darn. All right, 2 dates that I would like to offer to election workers. There's a hands-on training, October 14th. It's lasts from 2.5 to 3 hours in Port Huron, St. Clair County. Election would be putting that on. And then on October 29th, e-poll book training, which is the computer system used for elections. That one's only about 1.5 hours of training, but also in Port Huron. So I would like to request, I will make a motion to approve sending any election workers to these trainings paid on their hourly rate plus mileage, thank you.
I'll
Plus
second that
mileage.
motion. Any other questions?
So,
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg,
Yes.
Angela, yes, Sarah,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes.
Chris.
Yes.
Motion carries. I'm doing pretty good. Not quite 15-minute meeting, but we're getting there. That's all new business. I will open the floor up to public comment at 8:15 or 8:14 for anybody who wishes to address the board with anything. Anything? Anybody?
Yeah, I got something.
Come on up to the podium.
Come up to the front.
Yeah, come up to the podium.
Please.
Well, just this morning, coincidentally enough, at our new roundabout that's going in, we have one lane traffic headed west, and somebody decided that they're going to routinely, and I say routinely because it was of no matter to them, that they were coming directly down our lane towards us to turn right to go down Palms.
Okay.
And, you know, all the wrong things, right? So, when we talk about, you know, our taxes going to public service and stuff like that.
Right.
Police and stuff, but yet we watch things like this happen, and I stopped right in the road, I said, I'm not moving over. You're gonna have, so she had no problem, while on the phone, driving more into the ditch to go around me to make a right-hand turn. So, it's just, when we have these accidents that you talk about,
Right.
and these things, it's like, okay, so what are we gonna do to,
Well, I sent an email to Captain Poole. He's in charge of the road division at the sheriff's department. They did have a deputy on Arnold Road at some point within the last week, and I said the residents were extremely happy that was there, slowed people down. I will send another email and ask him if we can keep an eye on that situation,
They
because
do know it's an issue. There was an accident there actually just this past Tuesday evening. Somebody who ignored the fact that there was a barrier going that direction, and somebody coming off of Hessen, turning onto 26, expecting that person to be slowing down and turning onto Hessen because you can't go east there. Yeah, they ended up T-boning, so.
I almost saw an accident happen there last week too.
Yeah.
Somebody
So-
almost got smashed by a truck
Yeah,
going
so-
above.
They know it's an issue. I wish they would police it more. I wish they, because they know, people are calling constantly.
I'll make a call to Commander Zook as well and see if we can't get at least some kind of state police presence in the area during this, you
I was
know.
at 10:28 this morning, so, and the school's there, so.
Right.
You kind of figure probably where that person was going at that time of day. You know,
Well,
so-
and you know what's funny is that's over by Palms, that's Ira Township. I can talk to Supervisor Andres and see if he can talk to Chief Coach too, because Clay Township PD handles Ira. So maybe they can help out with that situation over there. I'll make the phone call tomorrow to Supervisor Andres and see what he can do on that too.
Okay.
It's gonna be interesting because the roundabout at Shea and Starville is out for bid. It's due back the bids are due in by October 5th. And it's my understanding that they're still gonna try and start that one this year. Yet this one, I think they said is gonna take 3 months, so it's gonna kind of overlap. It'll be interesting if that happens, because that'll be
That would make it almost impossible to
impassable.
get into
It's-
town.
It's gonna be interesting to see. So maybe they won't do the roundabout this year. They'll save it for the spring. I don't know, but it was my understanding that they're still gonna try and get it done because of the amount of, fatal accidents we've had at Shea and Starville just this year. So yeah, I'll get a hold of Supervisor Andres and see if he can put a call in to Chief Coach too, and see if we can get some kind of more patrols on that section of road to help out. Because I mean, it's a fact. I mean, we have no place else to go from our community. That's the way we have to go or come in. So I get it. So yeah, I'll see if I can't get some regional community backup. So no, perfect. I appreciate you bringing that to our attention. Come on up. Don't be shy.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't get your name. What's your, just, all
Krotko, Korotko.
right, thank you very much.
Hi. We're the Morrisons, Diana Morrison from 5365 Broadbridge Road. And I just want to give you like a little history. In 1925, the owners of the property that we now own deeded that sweep that went from Marsh Road to Broadbridge Road.
Yeah,
They deeded that to the County Road Commission back in 1925. And while I can't speak for the first 80 years, the last 30 years that we've been there, I don't recall any accidents happening there. But in the last, a couple years ago, they decided to close it.
right,
Well, they didn't take the asphalt off.
right,
They put 2 inches of dirt on it and some seed and expected that to grow. Well, obviously it didn't. Also, they put a road closed sign right in the middle, but everybody can get by that. So they're using it that way and this way, so they're going both ways.
okay,
There's no stop sign, there's no yield sign on either side. So we're afraid somebody's gonna get hurt eventually. And when they owned it, they used to, you know, the 2 times a year they come and cut the grass.
Yep.
They used to cut all that.
right,
They refuse to do that now. They did not give that back to us. They said they were keeping it, so it's their property, which is fine. I don't want it back.
okay,
They said we could do whatever we wanted with it except build on it. I don't want to take my lawnmower over it because the dirt that they used is full of rocks and chunks of cement and things like that, so it's not good dirt. I don't want to ruin my machine. So I just wanted to know if you had, the old supervisor did get a hold of, went to a meeting. She called us and said, you know, I'm going to the road commission meeting, what would you like me to bring up? So I suggested that they put up guardrails on either side to stop people from using it. They said, no, that was a liability. They couldn't do that. They can't put berms because somebody might run into it and get hurt, so that was a liability. Berms were the same thing, they wouldn't do that. So I said, just open it back up again. There wasn't a problem with it. Just take that dirt off, open it up again.
right.
And they refused to do that. So do you have?
Let me investigate it. Let me call Bill Hazelton, sit down with him, and see why they're not willing to do something, or why they're not. I mean, because I get it, I see it. I'm like, every time I drive by, I see that either side by sides or 4-wheelers are using it. And,
Oh, I saw a
You're
dirt
right-
bike.
you're
I
right
saw
here
a
on
side by
Broadbridge and
side
Marsh.
use
Yeah.
it just the
Oh,
other
no,
day.
those are, I mean.
And is it
trucks
cars?
And cars are using it.
On
No,
Broadbridge
it's-
and Marsh?
Yeah.
Broadbridge?
Yeah.
yeah.
I've never seen a car go through there. I've
Oh,
seen
yes.
like dirt bikes and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
there's-
not saying it doesn't
My
happen.
nephew uses that on his dirt bike, which, that's fine. But no, there's cars and there's trucks that use that. And like I say, they're using it, it was supposed to go just like from Marsh to Broadbridge, but they go Marsh to Broadbridge, they go Broadbridge to Marsh.
Yep.
There's, I don't know,
Let me.
It's dangerous.
First call I'll make.
it is, it's.
First call I'll make tomorrow is I'll call Dan, the supervisor in our area for the road commission, because I have a pretty good rapport with him. I talk to him once or twice a week now.
He asked one time when they were cutting it, they said, he asked him, can't you cut, you know, the ditch like you used to cut? And they said, no, we're not allowed to.
Well, that's odd, because I mean, technically we pay for the grass cutting, so let me.
Well, it's their piece of property still.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, but we still pay for that grass cutting.
Okay, yeah.
So let me, like I say, that'll be.
Because we're looking at somebody that might clear it for us, but now we're gonna have to pay for that. But we shouldn't have to do that if it's their piece of property. They should still cut that. And, like I say, the safety issue of them
Oh, agreed, 100%.
having people still using that in cars.
Oh,
And
yeah.
going both ways, that's dangerous.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
no signs on either side.
No, definitely, 100%. I will dig into that. If you want to give me a call Wednesday next week, I'll try and have an answer by then to see what we can do. Yeah, I have no problem making that phone call and finding out what's going on. I said it was, I didn't know that they still owned it. I was under the impression that you guys had gotten it back,
No,
but that's not the
no,
case?
no.
Okay,
They said that they were gonna close all the suites, because when they were doing Broadridge Road, he went out and asked them something, and they said, oh no, we're closing that. And he says, why? Why would you close that? There's never.
been like that since I was a kid.
I know, no, it's since 1925.
Yeah,
You know.
that's what I say. It didn't, when they closed it, I didn't understand why they did it either. It was always great. You could just zoom on and,
Yeah, it wasn't a problem as
Right.
far as.
They had a sweep corner on Marine City Highway and King.
yeah,
You went that sweep, that was the DeGursey.
yeah.
They had one over on Shea and Starwood. Now there's a church. Why can't I have
Well-
that property? Got 25 acres.
Yeah, I gotcha.
That's a couple acres that I'm paying taxes on that I can't use.
Well, let's hope they don't come at me and say we want to put a roundabout there.
That's what, when they were doing that, somebody said, what are they doing? I said, don't put it around about.
I will make that call. I'll try and get a hold of Bill Hazelton tomorrow. If not, I'll call Dan right away. And I'll try and have answers by Wednesday, but feel free, either come and stop into the office or give me a call Wednesday, and I'll let you know where I'm at with what I found out.
Okay.
So I made a note right here, call Bill Hazelton. So yeah, I'll get it done.
All right.
We'll figure out if we can't get something. I mean, at the very least, I'll see why they can't cut the grass. I mean, that don't make sense why they won't cut the grass.
No,
I mean, they're charging us to cut the ditches and the grass anyway, so.
thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Going once, going twice. I'll close public comments at 8:25. Moving on to item J, board comments or announcements. Anybody have any board comments? I'll start with you, Lisa. Got anything to?
I missed the call, I think it was last week on the Bridge to Bay Trail, the Bridge to Bay Trail update. Did anybody attend? I don't know if anybody.
It was supposed to be Monday, that's Bridge to Bay Trail update. That meeting was supposed to be Monday.
Oh, it was supposed to be Monday, but I had to cancel. Well,
Oh,
I was dealing with the well.
yeah.
The well got ran over on
Right.
Saturday, and
How did that
I'll tell that in my board comments. So I was dealing with the well guy at 10 o'clock when the meeting was supposed to happen,
Okay.
and we ended up having it today. And essentially, they asked us to talk about an engineering company. You know, we need to get an engineering company to do the preliminary plans, the grants for the two sections. We talked about going to the residents in that area, because we have two options where we can look and see if we can do it on the west side of the ditch along M29. The actual company or the foundation that is offering to give a lot of money, I think, to this project. And when I say a lot of money, I mean like a lot of money. When we had talked about the back drainage, I think it's the Marine City drain that runs back here behind Marsh. They said they've talked to the Drain Commission, and they are, they're receptive to putting it along that, if we can get the landowners on board. What the foundation, the Wilson Foundation said is, I brought up the fact that the Wetzels now, or the Westricks now own the easement across the street here where Shortcut Road ends, what would have been Shortcut Road. And that drain runs right to that, and we could connect up both parks. And then there's talks in Marine, I've heard that there's talks of extending King Road to the Riverview Plaza. If that happens, then it's just a short jump to that project. If we could get those farmers to allow it to go through their fields, rather than run up behind here all the way to Chartier and then back down. So there's a couple different options they want us to look at. It was a very good meeting. I mean, we got $48,000 from the Roberts Road to the Marine City, well, what we call the Marine City branch, it's over by Shangri-La, for engineering plans for that. And then we got another $30,000 to I think it's $30,000 to do some upgrades and repairs on that section that runs. They want to widen what's the sidewalk. They've got a wide path there in our section, and then once it gets to Kmart, it becomes a sidewalk. They like to widen that back up. So yeah, it was a very good meeting. It happened today.
Okay. I didn't know it was
They
changing.
got a lot of good ideas, and I talked to the same company that we just approved the engineering plans for the second driveway. I'm gonna ask them to put a proposal together and give us a cost.
Estimate.
That part of the planning part through them should be less than $20,000. If we find we like this engineering company, technically we don't, anything up to $20,000, we don't have to put out for an RFB. But if we like what they're doing with this other stuff we're doing, then I would like to do either suspend competitive bidding or whatnot, because I mean, that's all preference. The engineering companies are preference. I mean, PCE did the engineering and it's done a couple different, engineering projects over the years. But it sounds like they got their hands full over in Algonac and Clay. So,
Okay,
so that's where we're at with that.
okay.
So sorry you missed it. I was trying to reschedule it real quick and maybe I didn't click everybody's email. And I didn't want any Open Meetings Act kind of violations, so I might not have included. It was just Angela and I on this one. And,
No, like I say, I really didn't plan on attending, I just didn't make it, so I was curious what they said.
yeah, so I can see if they recorded it. I don't know if they
Oh,
did.
okay.
I didn't ask them. They didn't mention. Did they
They
say?
did not say.
Okay, I can ask Sherry Fowles if she recorded it. I don't think it was recorded, but that was about the gist of it.
No, I'm glad it's moving forward, that's all.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's a great project. It'll be great for the community. And what's nice is that when I said that it would connect both parks, the grant company's like, we like to give money, especially when it connects two parks. So that makes our chances of getting more grant funds for that project accessible.
Okay.
So, yeah, I felt very optimistic about that.
Good.
Sarah, any comments?
For once, no.
Chris,
What's happening with the bridges back here?
with the what?
The bridges for the park?
Josh is supposed to come get them this weekend, and then they're gonna put, the Boy Scouts are gonna put culverts in place of the bridges so that they don't, that way there's no more vandalism.
Right on.
So it'll be culverts, and I think Josh is going to donate, or the Eagle Scouts are buying the millings to go over the culverts.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's soon. Josh is supposed to come get the bridges out for Colton. I stopped at Josh's this afternoon, so, yeah.
Right on.
He's moving all his iron down because Josh is paving the new park on the river there in Algonac or Clay. So when he takes the iron down, they're gonna come and use the big loader with the forks and get them out of here.
Good deal.
He's gonna dispose of them, save them from buying a dumpster. So it's, again, community coming together to help projects. I love it. Angela, anything else?
Nope.
Angela. Okay, so we had a couple incidents. I already talked about the pump station, the wires burning up. We had Saturday, somebody was in the parking lot for, I don't know, an hour. They had an injured hawk in their vehicle. She backed up, gassed it, and jumped the curb. The rear axle caught the wellhead pipe, snapped it 15 feet down below ground. When it snapped, it pulled the pump's supposed to be sealed, the top cap. Well, there was a 1/4-inch gap, so it had pulled the pump apart, so water could then go into the system. And the pump, I don't know whether it burned up or it overheated, but it wasn't functioning properly, to my knowledge. So we ended up putting a new pump in the well. They replaced it with plastic pipe from where it was broke down below ground. Like I said, it was like 12 feet down. And yeah, so we did make an insurance claim. I'm still waiting for the invoice for the repair. Barrett's well repaired it, but insurance should cover it. I don't know if the person who hit it, if they're going to subjugate to their insurance company. But the estimate was between $1,500 and $10,000 because we didn't know what the damage was. So I didn't want to take a chance on not going through insurance. So, was there any other incidents? Am I missing anything?
Let's see,
Somebody knocked over the porta-
knocking over the.
Somebody knocked over the porta potties. I had to come stand those back up. And it's really interesting because when they knocked over, they're clean as a whistle. They're designed that they could lay on the side and the water, the fluid's not gonna come out. I was pretty amazed.
As long as it's not too full.
Right, but I come back out and stood them back up, so that was a good thing.
We are having them cleaned twice a week, so that's helpful.
Yeah.
So,
Other than that, it's been a quiet month on the board front. So I got nothing else. That's what's happened. I wanna thank all you guys for coming. If there's nothing else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion carries adjourned.